Today I'm in a little town in Oregon called Bandon, but I want to trace back to first being in Fort Bragg and then up in the Redwoods. So in Fort Bragg, we arrived just as a train. It's called the Skunk Train. I don't know why, but it was a logging train. And what I learned is that when gold was discovered in California, people came from everywhere, but they lost a lot of money in the gold fields. Where they made money was building homes for everybody. And that required lumber, and that required sawmills. And so gold was discovered actually at Sutter's Mill, a sawmill, and in Fort Bragg, a shipwreck brought china onto the beach that was intended to go to people in San Francisco. And when people went to scavenge to find what the remnants of the shipwreck were, they discovered this inlet at Fort Bragg, and they saw redwoods. And they built a sawmill, and it became one of the big exporters of timber because it is on this nice river where the big logs could be cut, floated down the river. The sawmill could then create boards out of them, get on a ship down to the Bay Area where people were moving and they needed houses. This skunk train is simply vacationers now getting on a train and being able to get off and see what the redwoods were without really having to walk around. There are some other people who said, well, maybe we have cars now, let's cut a hole in a redwood to show how big they are. I didn't go through this tree, but it was on the side of the road, another sort of place to look. But then today we walked through some of Jedediah Smith State Park, and just amazing. There's elk and there are redwoods, and they are huge. This one beautifully lit, and that man standing in the tree asked Sheila to take a picture of him, which she did. And everybody's very happy, and it's great to get out and walk and be in the ferns and be in the greenery. So that's a little story of the giant redwoods. We've now come north into Oregon. We're at Bandon, Oregon, and we're on our way tomorrow up towards Portland.